Let me describe a situation many leaders have experienced. You explain something to your team, a new direction, a new process, a change in priorities. You walk them through the reasoning, and at the end, you ask, does that make sense? And everyone nods. Someone says, yes, got it. So you move on, but weeks later, when the work starts, something strange happens. People interpret the decision differently. Tasks move in different directions, and you start wondering, did we already clarify this? The truth is, maybe you did explain it, but explanation and understanding are not the same thing. Let me give you an example. A leader explains a new reporting structure in a meeting. It seems clear to them, but the team members are processing it in real time. Some are still thinking about the previous topic, some are trying to understand how this affects their own work. No one wants to slow the meeting down, so they nod. Not because everything is clear, but because they assume they'll figure it out later. The problem is that later often becomes confusion. And that is why experienced leaders learn to check understanding differently. Instead of asking, does this make sense? They ask, just so I know we are aligned, how do you explain this to the team? Or, what might be unclear about this? Now, those questions change the dynamic totally. Quiet confusion can be surprisingly expensive because when people leave a meeting with different interpretations, they don't realize it immediately. Confusion only shows up later in rework, in delays, and in conversations like, I thought we were doing it this way. That's why experienced leaders don't just explain things clearly, they check whether the message was actually understood. They pause, they ask someone to summarize the direction, they invite questions before the meeting moves on. Because leadership, especially when things aren't clear, isn't just about communicating well, it's about making sure everyone walks out of the room with the same picture in their head. And sometimes that extra minute of checking saves hours of confusion later. Thank you.